Hello and welcome to the Comedy Store Live, where you will experience the most sought-after and hilarious comedians straight from the greatest comedy club in the world, the Comedy Store London. As always, we have three of the best comedians for you. Coming up, we have Lily Phillips and Michael Odewale. But up first is the brilliant Josh Baulf.
How we doing? All right? It's me off the internet. Who wants to touch me? Do you want to touch me? You can touch me. I'm here. I'm off TikTok. It's happening. I'm here. Do you want to touch me? Have a little touch. Smell me. It's good to fucking be here. Fuck, mate, you good, Comedy Store? Yeah. It's been a long first half. You still with me? Just about. There's only one way to start a set, right? It's to talk about me. I went to a nightclub on the weekends. Anyone still nightclub? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing anymore. In the nightclubs. Everyone's dancing, TikToking, grinding. My girlfriend looked me dead in the face. She said, "Josh, grind, mate." So I sort of latched on. Do you know, mate, I'm there. I'm just sort of like... I'm trying to move a fridge. Do you know what I mean? I'm sort of... And my girlfriend's into it. She's like, "Josh, look at me." She's like, "Look at me. Look at me, I'm a sexy fridge. Look at me. Look at me, I'm a sexy fridge. Look at me. Look at me, I'm a smeg. I'm a smeg. I'm a smeg." I got into drill music lately. You know drill music? It's like hard UK rap. But I'm 32. I got to Google the lyrics. They kept saying the word quiffed. Quiffed. Quiff means to stab someone. For 6 months, I thought I was rapping about fanny farts. Man got quiffed in his face. I thought... I mean, we've all been there, but do you know what I mean? I was just... My girlfriend moved in with me recently, right, and I had no idea she was a crackhead. For candles, my God. My flat, right, looks like the only way is Essex, Diwali special. I said to my girlfriend, I was like, "Babe, I went to relax, unwind or praise Vishnu." I have no idea. The ones I don't like are the Yankee candles. I can't handle the names of the Yankee candles. Is that a Yankee candle grown? Oh, fuck, mate. Because some of them make sense, right? They try and do like a seasonal thing. It'd be like autumn, the wind, winter's breeze or whatever. But sometimes they build in like a familial nostalgia. Like you'll be in the shop like, "Babe, get your nose round that. It's your granddad's knuckles." Like it's weird. We got a 2-for-1 on Dad's Tie Bride. Like it's weird. And I've learned there's rules to candles. There's rules to candles, right, at my house. Since Elle moved in, there's rules, right? First type of candle, that's the burner. That's the IKEA tea light. Do what the fuck you want with that. Disrespect or burn it. Fuck you off. Second type of candle, that's a special occasion candle. That's your Yankee candle. Midsummer Night's Queef, right? That's what you... Third candle, right, that's the top tier. That's the goat candle. That's the Joe Malone. I've learned you get a Joe Malone to let people know you can afford a Joe Malone, but that you can't afford to light a Joe Malone. We never liked Joe. We never liked Joe. We never liked Joe Malone pomegranate. Is there a bigger visual representation of how badly you're doing in life than having a vanilla candle in your own house that you can't light? I've got friends who've got stocks and shares. They've got houses in Dubai. They're like, "Josh, what's the next big move?" Honestly, I just want enough money to find out the smell of a pomegranate noir. What the fuck's a pomegranate noir? But my girlfriend does everything in our house, right? She does everything, all the decorating, everything. When she moved in, our friend said to us, do you do blue and pink jobs? Have you heard that, blue and pink jobs? I've never heard that. Has anyone heard that? Yeah. Blue jobs like traditional male jobs like DIY, putting up shelves. Pink jobs like traditional female jobs. I didn't know that, right? And we was at like a little dinner party thing. And straight away I was like, it's 2024, shouldn't gender jobs, it's disgusting, it's wrong, it's misogynistic, it's out of date, right? And when we was on the taxi on the way home, my girl was like, I'm so proud of you. She was like, you present quite laddie when actually you're quite woke, you're quite conscious, you're quite intelligent, and I really fancy that. When really, I don't know how to put up a shelf. I was like, I'm going to do that. How do they float in the air? It's confusing, right? Is that witchcraft? I don't know. Got no idea. But since she's moved in, everything's levelled up. Everything's levelled up, right? We do things now. Like she come home recently. She said, "Josh, I hope you don't mind. We're gonna look after my friend's dog, right, for 2 weeks." I was excited about it, right? Because I love dogs. I love a dog in any setting. Like I like going to the airport, seeing a sniffer dog. Do you know what? One's like, "Where's the drugs? Where's the drugs?" Like a scouse in a Wetherspoons toilet. That's what I like. But a friend brought this dog round, right, and and it went wrong. It went wrong, right? Because, like, I've realised in relationships as well, like, there's one person who's nice, outgoing and social, and there's one person who's feral. That's me. My girlfriend sometimes have to remind me to talk. She'll be like, talk, Josh, talk. You're a comedian, talk. You got this, talk. And I go to talk, but the words never come out how I want them to come out. So when her friend dropped the dog off, right, I want to be like cool, calm, collected, welcome into a house, reassure her dog's in safe hands, right? But what come out, Comedy Store? What come out was, I just went, wow, dog's got a massive cock. I leant in, I was like, fucking hell. It's a chopper on him, isn't it? Fucking. And her friend looked at me like, is he okay? And my girlfriend looked at me like, someone check his search history. But I had no idea, right? I didn't know dogs done this, right? And so this is the thing, right? If the dog's not had a snip, has anyone got a dog that's not had a snip? Okay, so sometimes it can come up and not go down. Sorry, I know this is vulgar, but sometimes the helmet just goes... and just sort of like latches on. It doesn't come back down. I'm sorry if this is gross, but... there's definitely a couple blokes who's like, wait, how'd I get that? Just lock myself in a travel lodge, make a weekend of it, right? But it didn't... it just was there, right? So I was trying everything to make it go down, right? I was using toys. Not like that, but I was showing him pictures of his nan. But eventually we had to ring the vets, right? So we rang the vets, and the vet said, Josh, this is a very serious issue. If it doesn't go down, the blood might cut off, and he might lose it. I said, well, that can't happen. Because imagine that from a friend's perspective. All I said was, your dog's got a big dick. And then it's on my mantelpiece. She said, it's a very simple fix, right? Do you know this? You've got to get like a mug with some sugar water and dunk it in there. Which brings the age-old question, what mug do you use? Straight away my girl was like, not the Emma Bridgewater, not the Emma Bridgewater. I said, you've seen the size of him, get the Sports Direct. Even then I was dunking him from a height, do you know what I mean? I was sort of like... So we done it, right? We did. One point Al said to me, she went, how many dunks does it take? I said, how the fuck would I know? She said, we don't want it to fall off. It's just not digestive. So we tried it, right? And eventually her mate texts back from Greece and she said, oh, don't worry, this happens sometimes. Lol. She goes, what you need to do is you need to go into the bag that we gave you. Go to the bottom of the bag under the towel and you will find a bottle of lube. And this is when my girlfriend said a sentence I never thought I'd hear her say. She said, "Josh, I'm not wanking that dog off. It's a blue job." I thought I might not be able to put up a shelf, but I might be able to. So I said, I'm gonna do it. And they looked at me and she said, "Oh, thanks, babe." And Patrick said the same thing. Now, I can already feel like some people were thinking, it's a bit different to TikTok. So I've done it, mate. That's the big finish. You know the thing that's bothered me about the whole thing, right? The whole thing's like sat on my mind for a while. I was like, I don't know what's like more confusing about it. The fact like, you know, I massaged a dog sausage. Or the fact that just before I done it, for some reason, I lit the John Malone. I've been Josh Baulf, thank you!
Josh Baulf, everybody. Up next, we have the fantastic Lily Phillips.
Hello. How are we? We good? I'm a bit out of it. I have to be honest. I just had a baby. Yeah. I mean, not like just. I'm not one of those women that doesn't know they're pregnant and just pisses one out of the toilet. I'm not a whore. No, I am. Just had a baby, and I'm just like full of regret. Who's had 4 kids? You lot? Oh, there's something wrong with you. Something. Like, you knew after the first one what you were doing. I didn't know. It's really awful. My head's just out there. Like, she doesn't sleep. I don't know what's going on. Like, just to give you an idea of, like, my headspace. Like, on the way here, I almost left the house in a top that had shit on it. And I'm not even sure whether it was mine or hers. Like, that... You're an animal. Like, it's horrible. But she is beautiful, though. She is a beautiful baby. And I know everybody says that about their babies. But with mine, it's actually true. And I know it's not important what they look like, is it? It's not a priority. It doesn't really matter. But it does make it easier to love her. She was. She was beautiful coming out. She was born with a full head of hair. Sorry. Controversial. Full head of hair. They even commented, as she was coming out, the doctor went, "Oh, that's a lot of hair." Took me a minute. I mean, it's not the time to body shame a woman, is it? It's not the time. And I had let that area go. I had. It was sort of down to my knees at that point. But I've given up caring. Like, I don't care. That's just doing what it does. And my bumhole hair's completely grown over at this point. Which is quite good as well, ladies. It's quite good because it sort of just closes that option off. You know? If you can't see it, can't put his dick in it. That's science. That's how that works. It's really bad. There's loads I didn't know. Look, when I found out I was pregnant, I thought what I'd do is I'd go back to all the comedy venues that I gigged at before, so I could find out who the dad is. Just spilled my drink. It's only a matter of time. Oh, it's all over your chips. Oh, that's fine. At least you've eaten, because this is going to get really graphic in a minute. Going to get well into the vagina stuff. Well into it. It's really going to be quite traumatic for everyone. How exciting. No, I do know who the dad is. I just wish I didn't. I just hate him so much. Like, what what has he done to me? It's so bad. Like, the whole thing is just horrendous. Like, it's like, there's so much I didn't know. Like, the thing I was most terrified about before giving birth, before going into labour, which is, like, ultimately dangerous, like, horrible, traumatic thing to go through, the thing I was terrified of is that I was going to do a poo. I'd read somewhere that some women poo during labour, and I was like, oh my God, that'd be so... Can you imagine if I just poo in front of people I'm never going to see again? Oh my God, I just have to kill myself. Like, what I wouldn't give to have just done a little shit. Rather than have my vagina handed back to me. Oh, it's a state. I didn't even know what a perineum was before I gave birth. I thought it was a type of shrub. I didn't know until it was too fucking late. Do you know what perineum is? C-section, bitch. It's the bit in between your vagina and your bumhole. It's basically the bit that separates those two things, which is arguably my favourite thing about the perineum. And I don't want to go into too much detail, but let's just say she came out wearing my gooch like a crown. And that's why I hate her. That is why. But I just didn't know all this stuff. Like, everything was so shocking. Like, I had an episiotomy. I didn't understand what they were. And if anyone doesn't know, basically it's when they cut you before to make room for the baby, if you've got a tiny vagina. But I thought stupidly, well, this makes sense to me. I thought they would cut you, like, vertically, like the way it's already, like with the grain, Just extend it. I thought that's what they don't. They cut you this way, like a jacket potato. It's so bad. It's not all bad. Like, it is a mix. Like, you'll know it is a mix, isn't it? Like, looking after a baby is a mix. It's like being drunk and hungover at the same time. Yeah, because, like, you're having the best time, but you also wish you were dead. Like, it's so bad. And then you just got this baby to look after. And the thing is, it's all on the woman, isn't it? Like, you have the 9 months of pregnancy, you have the horrible labour. I had 4 days of trying to push this fucker out. It was so bad. And then at the end of it, the baby has the cheek to come out looking exactly like her father. How dare she? I did all the work. And everyone says, oh no, it's biological. It's so that the baby can recognise, it's so that dad can recognise the baby as his own so that he doesn't leave. Which is a really low bar, lads. But I don't think it's that. I don't think the baby looks like the dad so he won't leave. I think the baby looks like the dad so it's not so alarming when they start sucking on your tit. Ow, that was familiar. Oh, God. Why did I do it? I don't... Is anyone thinking of having kids and now they're changing their mind? It's like, I don't want to put you off because, like, it's fine. Like, it is fine now. There's, like, loads of stuff you can do to, like, once your vagina is destroyed, there's loads of products on the market. Like, don't worry. I've been looking it up. Loads of things to spruce up that area. There's a makeup that you can get for your labia lips. Yeah, it's called My Pink Button. Yeah, it's amazing. I was looking it up at 3 a.m. whilst crying into a pillow, and it said, motherhood's so magical, and it says on the website, it says, you need this because your labia lips are grey. I'm like, that's not the problem. Your labia lips are grey, and this product will reinstate their once rosy hue. I don't know about the women in here, but I don't remember them changing colour. I don't remember being a young girl just running about with some flamingo fanning. Neon shit going on. Don't remember that. And I see a real big fault with this product. I don't see the point of it, because surely it's like any of this stuff is like beautify yourself, make yourself more attractive to a guy. But say it worked and you got a guy back to yours, as soon as you start getting jiggy, all the makeup's just going to rub off. And he's going to see you for the old, tired, ashen vagina that you are. And he's going to get the fuck out of there with his now rosy-hued penis. Makeup for your labia lips. So stupid. And you can't apply it on the tube, so I just don't... You guys have been really fun. I've been Lily Phillips. Enjoy the rest of your night. Goodbye.
Lily Phillips there. We'll be back with your final act straight after this.
This show is brought to you in partnership with Ticketmaster, the home of UK comedy. From your favourite stand-up comedians to rising TikTok talent and local comedy clubs, you can find it all at ticketmaster.co.uk/comedy.
Welcome back, and now for this week's final act. Give it up for the brilliantly funny Michael Odewale.
Wow. Comedy Star, we doing? We good? It's good to be here, man. I love performing at the Comedy Store, man. You get such diverse audiences in Leicester Square up in here, man. Love that shit. Front row looking like the front cover of a university prospectus. I love that shit, man, at the Comedy Store. We gonna get all that grant money up in here, man. We gonna good. Nah, it's good to be here. Thank you for having me. I like saying that at the start of shows. I also say it during sex for the same reasons. It's good. It's good to start as you mean to go on. I do say it during sex. I say it to be funny though, but most women, they don't find it funny. Instead, they ask questions, you know. Be like, why you say something so weird, you know? Where'd you get that microphone from? You know what I mean? They don't like it. They don't like it. It's fair enough. I don't talk much during sex, but you know, sometimes you gotta remind them you're still there. It's important that you gotta do that. I don't know if it's a prudish audience. Don't worry, I don't have too many sex jokes. One time I was having sex though. That's it. That's the end of the sentence. I like to let people know I've done it one time because I'm cool. That's all it takes though, isn't it? One time, man. That's what my sex education teacher, that's what he used to say to us. All it takes is one time and you can die. We were like, what the fuck? We were 12 years old. What the fuck? 20 minutes ago, we were in the playground learning the Soulja Boy Crank That dance. Now we know we can die during sex. Innocence was ruined. It turned out he had just mixed up the presentation with the drug awareness presentation, but the damage was done. We were scarred for life. I hated that sex education class. My teacher was very unprofessional. He tried to teach us the whole putting the banana in the condom thing, but he'd already eaten half the banana before the class started, so... He was just trying to stuff it in there for 25 minutes, and... Subconsciously, we just learned how to be in denial about erectile dysfunction. That's what we were learning. I live with my mum, innit, man. Me and my mum, we get on. I moved in with my mum during the pandemic and also 27 years ago when I was born. So I've been there for a little bit. Don't judge me. It's just till I get back on my feet. It's tough times. It's hard, though. You know, you got this cost of living crisis, man. You know, rent's going up, house prices going up. It's crazy times right now. Do you know how I knew we were in a housing crisis? I was doing a gig a couple months ago. I was talking to this lady in the audience, just having a nice, innocent conversation. Asked her an innocent question. I was like, what do you do for work? I didn't know that this was a real job. She told me that she works for the local council rehousing sex offenders. That's her job, right? I heard that job. I was like, oh my goodness, that's crazy. I can't believe that's a real job. I can't believe it. And then my next thought was, yeah, that is probably the best way to go in the property market right now. I'm not gonna lie, like you gotta do what you gotta do in this economy. I'm not judging nobody no more. I'm sorry, little Timmy, I just need this 2-bed. I can't afford this. Help to buy waiting list is too much right now. All right, relax, guys. I'm not saying I'll be a pedo to get a house. Relax, I'm not there. I'm not there yet. Relax, man. I'm just saying, the other day I was watching Homes Under the Hammer. I was like, that'd be an interesting remake of the show. If they made a pedo remake of Homes Under the Hammer, would you not watch that? Just a guy on there like, yeah, I need a house close to a school with a soundproof basement. I want to see if they can find it in an affordable budget. I want to see if they can do it. I think Dion Dublin can do it. I believe in him, you know what I mean? Fucking cost of living crisis, though. Affecting all areas of my life, affecting my dating life, man. All my go-to moves, I can't afford them no more. Everything's going up. I used to do the Netflix and chill, but they keep raising their prices. I can't justify that subscription, you know. I had a girl text me, said, Michael, I want to come over Netflix and chill. I was honest with her. I said, not in this economy. We can't do it. We're going to have to Wikipedia and chill. That's my move now. That's what we do. We're going to read the plot of this movie by candlelight. Take it or leave it. And bring your phone. We're using your data, by the way. You bet better be on gift gaff, you know what I mean, and stuff. I'm a bit too cheap on dates. I'm a bit too cheap. Like I used to date this girl, and she broke up with me because I didn't have money. You know, I didn't have money. Here's the thing though, she got herself a new boyfriend. This guy's nice. He buys her expensive handbags and shit like that. And that's when I realized I'm a bit too cheap, because like I've never even bought this girl a bag for life, not one time. That's too cheap. Like I'll be in Tesco, like, baby, you better put that cheese in your pocket. We're not spending that 50p right there. Gotta stop dating these gold diggers, you know what I mean? That's why I don't like social media, innit? But now with social media, if you break up with somebody, you can see what they're up to now. I don't like that. I prefer in the past where you break up with somebody, you could just lie to yourself and pretend that they were still unhappy, you know? You'd be like, man, she probably missed me all the time. She probably sad all the time, you know? Now you just go on her profile and you're like, oh no, she 100% made the right decision. Good for her, man. I haven't seen her smile like this in years, in fact, man. She's thriving. She got 3 bags for life in one photo. She leveled up. She's good. I put the fire emoji under her pictures. I'm like, baby, you doing well, man. Let that boy want them bags, baby, you know. I'm not even trying to date no more. I'm trying to work on myself in it. I'm trying to be a better person, you know. I'm not a bad person. I just do bad things. There's a difference in it, you know. Like the worst thing I've ever done in my life, I feel guilty about this. One time, I bought myself a pair of AirPods. You know them wireless earphones? Everyone's got a pair of AirPods, right? But you guys are good people. You bought AirPods because you saw it in an advert. Maybe your friend recommended it. That's good. That's fine. I was convinced to buy AirPods because I was walking to my train station one time and I saw this guy on the floor, okay? And he was having a seizure, but his AirPods stayed in the whole time. I was like, man, that's a good product right there. I'm not gonna lie, that's good engineering because I'm not moving about as much as this. That's fucking amazing. I need a pair for my morning jog. I need a pair, right? And I felt bad. I felt really bad because, listen, I shouldn't have taken his. Like, that was too far. I crossed the line. I got 100% discount on those. Just trying to be a better guy, man. Trying to be less petty. That's my problem. I'm quite petty. This is a true story that happened to me in my life, actually. I'll tell you. I had somebody I went to school with. I haven't spoken to this person over 10 years. Out the blue, they sent me a message on Facebook apologizing to me because 10 years ago, they called me a racial slur in our science class, right? And I think after all this time, they're feeling guilty. So they sent me this long message. They're like, Michael, I just want to let you know I was very ignorant back then. I didn't know any better. But I want to let you know I'm not racist anymore. That's the message he sent to me, right? And I see this message after all this time, and I'm like, I'm going to be a bigger person. I'm going to let him know it's okay. So I get my phone out, and I'm like, hey, man, it's so good to hear that you're not racist anymore. I really mean that, I do. But me and you were not in the same science class. You have the wrong black person, actually. I hope you find who you're looking for in this journey. I really do, but it's not me. And I felt genuinely bad about having to send that message. I did. Because it was me. I just wanted to fuck with him. That was the best part. It was long-term payoff. I had the message saved for 10 years, just in case. I shouldn't have done that, and I probably made it more racist than I should have done that, you know. I can't even judge. I'm not perfect either. I make mistakes. It's not racism when I do, it's mistakes in it, you know. I make small mistakes, harmless mistakes. I make mistakes like if I ever see 4 more white guys in a row, I'm like, oh, could this be Coldplay? You know what I mean? It's very small level racism. All right, listen, I've been Michael Odewale. You guys have been amazing. Have a great rest of your night. Thanks so much.
And that's all from the Comedy Store this week. Thank you to all the acts in this week's episode. We've had Josh Baulf, Lily Phillips, and Michael Odewale. We'll be back next week with 3 more brilliant comedians for you. In the meantime, go and follow all the acts you enjoyed from today's episode. As always, if you'd like to join us at the iconic Comedy Store in London's West End or at one of our on-the-road shows throughout the UK and Europe, head to ticketmaster.co.uk and search Comedy Store. Thanks for joining us. Remember to subscribe, comment, tell your friends, and we'll see you next Monday.